need to get going. It doesn't have to be perfect from the beginning. That is the main thing. Learn along the way, get better along the way. Hello and welcome to the Stubborn in Hope podcast. I'm your host, Tumilara, and I'm so glad you're here. And to be honest, I'm so glad I'm here as well. As you can see, if you're watching it, it's just me today. And I thought that this would be a good time to reflect on the podcasting journey so far, what I've learned, and also just what it is in real time to be stubborn in hope, doing something that I'm only really learning the value of as I do it. I was supposed to have a recording session today, but unfortunately it fell through at the last minute, and I've stopped batch recording. So it was a case of either I get in front of the camera and I give you guys something worthwhile to listen to, even if it's a lot shorter than the interview style episodes, or we get nothing at all. What I have learned recently is that only 90% of podcasts make it past episode 3. Episode 3. 90% don't get past episode 3. And then even more, only 1% of podcasts make it past episode 20. So if you want to be in the top percentage of podcast episodes, if you want to be in the top percentage of podcasts worldwide, all you have to do is hit episode 21, which sounds completely insane. Now, I'm not even saying that you will have the viewership of the top 1% of podcasts in the world, but I'm saying you will be in the top 1% because you will have outlasted 99%, which is insane. And it's something I only learned maybe a month or two ago, after I'd already started the podcast. And of course, a new vision, a new goal was born. So lock in for us to make it to at least episode 21. But yeah, I thought, let's talk about the journey, and it's still early days, but we're here. We've made it to the top 10% of podcasts because we're way past episode 3. But yeah, I want to reflect on where I've been and where we're going. And just, this is for people who want to start something, but maybe are getting caught in analysis paralysis, or for people who specifically want to start a podcast, or already have one, or what have you. Welcome, pull up a seat. Okay, let's see what I've got here. Okay, so what have I done well? This is okay. The way this already feels like I'm doing a what are those things called? A evaluation. What's it when you an appraisal? That's the word I'm looking for, an appraisal. So what have I done well? Let's pat myself on the back. I think something that's been really helpful has been keeping the format quite simple. So for example, it's lapel mics, not investing loads in the more professional podcasting mics. It's meant that I can be a lot more mobile with the podcast and flexible about where I record, and when and everything like that. So that was actually really cool to get to record, for example, in Joshua London's store, because I was like, wow, this is so great. We get to change the background and everything. Yeah, so that's been really helpful. But I've also, been keeping it simple on the post, the editing process, basically. And we're slowly leveling up. I started editing on Clipchamp, which, if you haven't heard of it, neither had I, honestly. It's the built-in Microsoft one, and very limited features. But I was like, yeah, let's just use it. My format when it comes to recording is very much, we're going to hit record and it's just going to keep rolling. And we're going to get everything in so we can have minimal edits. So the majority of episodes that you will have seen, I've barely edited anything out. I'm like, it's a one take wonder, baby. Like, just because I know I typically am not a fan of editing. So if I just give myself as little as possible to do, then we have a greater chance of success. Know thyself. Yeah, so then you started with Clipchamp, and then I was like, yeah, this ain't it. And then after episode, I think it was 2 or 3 episodes that I edited with Clipchamp, and then I moved to UCut, which has way more features, which has been really good. But it's still like really simple because I was like, I can't be coming and learning a really complicated editing software right now. So yeah, that's been really good. But also, been if you have any tips on the on the social media side, please let me know. I've finally started a TikTok account, guys. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. Yeah, I've had a few people be like, you should have a TikTok, you should have a TikTok. So I'm on the titty tuck tuck tucks. Okay, I'm there. I'm there. Go follow. Stubborn and hope. But we're just figuring it out as we go along. And that has been a lot of this. A lot of this is just figuring it out as I go along, because before these episodes started coming out, I got myself into a whole analysis paralysis thing. And I was just so caught up in, I really want it to be as good as possible. I want to have batch recorded like an entire season before I even put one out. I want to do all of this stuff, and I really had to throw it out the window, otherwise it just wouldn't have started. I'd only batch recorded 3 episodes when the podcast launched, and I'd sat on those recordings for months and months. And actually, that is what got me to start posting, because I was like, it feels really wrong, basically, for these people to have taken their time and gifted that to me to share their story on this podcast, and then I'm just not doing anything with that footage. I'm not doing the agreed thing, which is to put it into the world and share. So yeah, I didn't batch record as much as I wanted to, and the concept of batch recording in some ways got me into the whole analysis paralysis thing, but it was also the thing that got me out there in the first place. And I would recommend batch recording if you can, because it is helpful, and it means, if you're in this situation where you've got your schedule and you need to release something, you've just got things in the closet. You just got something that's ready to go, basically. So yes, it's really funny because I'm doing this episode, and I'm having to release so much of my desire to have on the laptop is literally just the roughest notes. I'm having to release so much of my desire to have this way more structure, to be like, and then we're going to talk this, that's going to lead nicely. And I'm just like rambling at you, but there will be gems in there somewhere. And honestly, if you've listened this far, thank you. But the main thing really to take away, in case, because I don't know how long I'll keep talking for, is just do it anyway. Feel the fear, do it anyway. Don't have all the answers and start anyway. Like, you just need to get going. It doesn't have to be perfect from the beginning. That is the main thing. Learn along the way, get better along the way. And that's what has been happening. And actually, I have been seeing, as I've been doing this, because I was really not sure. I was really not sure what it was going to be like, how it was going to be. But doing it, I just have started seeing like, wow, this is such a beautiful thing that we have here, and such a gift to be able to talk to people and connect with them and share their stories of hope and inspire others, and help different people feel heard and seen, which is some of the feedback that I've gotten. And yeah, it's just been really special. On the topic of feedback as well, thank you to those of you who have given me some constructive feedback. Those of you who've like messaged and been like, oh, I really liked this episode for this reason and that reason and whatever. It's been so nice. And I think one of the biggest things has just been like how organic it feels. Like it feels, because I didn't go into this like chasing the numbers. It feels really nice that it's like it's finding the right people, this podcast, and like it's going to be a nice, lovely little community of stubborn and hope people. Because thank you for your support. I was thinking about this the other day. On the YouTube channel, we have 15 subscribers. I have done barely any pushing for subscribers. I probably should really be doing more, but it just made me think about back in the day when I was doing music stuff, and I was on like 80 subscribers. I was like, oh, easy. I'll just say like, oh yeah, guys, we've got this I think like acoustic version coming out. If when we hit 100 subscribers, I release it. Because I was like, it's free to subscribe, it's only 20 people, like how deep can it be? Fam, that was years ago. To this day, it's still on 80 subscribers. It's still on 80. So yeah, it's just been so good to just see like the organic growth and like the just getting a nice little community in our little corner of the internet. So thank you for being here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, don't expect perfection is the big thing. Just go for done, don't go for perfect. And yeah, find ways to make the journey easier is what I want to say. I think that we have started a really beautiful journey, and we still have really far to go. Please do write in like you're going to get your ink and your feathered pen and send me some mail. No, just like, through the appropriate channels. Let me know if there's any topics in particular that you would love to hear about or have covered. But yeah, I think that's a whistle stop of all the various things that this journey has been so far. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you're here, basically. And it's just teaching me in life generally that aiming for perfection just ain't it. So just get out there and do what you've got to do, and you can always improve along the way. So thank you guys, and continue to stay stubborn in hope, one day at a time. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.